Miss Bevs Tips for the Top is brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, Bahamas, AID, and everybody wins.
Greetings, Bahamaland. I'm Beverly Wallace Whitfield, former secretary to the first Bahamian Governor General, Samilo Butler. I was also chief of protocol, the first female in the Bahamas and in the Caribbean. Hello. I promised that I would bring you another session, actually my final one, on tidbits of information. We dealt with national symbols, but there are a whole lot of little things that I'd like you to know, or to be sure that you do know. Did you know that with regard to flags, all over again, that when the Governor General is in residence, his or her flag is flying to indicate that? In other words, if for any reason there is no Governor General, or he or she is absent, on leave, whatever reason, in illness, so on, then the flag will not be flying. That is on Mount Fitzwilliam. So the next time you pass, look and see what the situation is. Flying, Governor General is present. Not flying, Governor General is absent. Now, with regard to flags, there are a couple of other little things that I want to mention. Did you know that our dignitaries here in the Bahamas also have personal flags? The Governor General has one, not only for his residence but for his car. The Prime Minister has one for his residence and his car. The Deputy Prime Minister, members of Parliament. Then we go into our diplomatic corps. They have flags that they can display at their residence as well as at their embassies and consulates. I thought you should know that. Did you know that when the Bahamas went independent on July 10th, 1973, that we acquired a new name? We became a monarchy, and we became the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Now, did you know how to spell that? The first "the" before Commonwealth is a small t. The second T before Bahamas is a capital T. Why? Because our shortened name is the Bahamas, capital T, capital B. And we are the second country in the world that uses the as part of its official name. The first one being the Gambia in Africa. Did you know that? Now, this one, if you don't know it, you can be fined or put in prison. And that is that you must get permission from the minister responsible to use a national symbol on any goods that you are selling or displaying or whatever. You must get, and you cannot abuse the national flag, or you will be prosecuted by law. And that means you are either fined or put in prison, or possibly both. Did you know that the flamingo eats with his head upside down? By that method, he's able to filter the food that goes into his mouth and select what he wants. Head upside down. And I wanted you to know too, or perhaps you do know, that Inagua is not the only place that we have flamingos in the Bahamas. We have some in Andros as well. Now, this one is, you have to really dig deep. Did you know that the Bahamas has a national song. I didn't say national anthem, I said national song. It was composed by Timothy Gibson, who did our national anthem, and the late, both the late Clement Bethel, the well-known Clement Bethel. They gave the music, but Dr. Philip Ramming gave the words. And did you know what it's called? Our Sunny Clime. Have you ever heard it? If not, get your musicians and people who deal with music to play it so that the Bahamas can hear our national song. 3 very important Bahamians are responsible for that. Timothy Gibson, Clement Bethel, both deceased, and living Dr. Philip Ramming. Did you remember that name, Dr. Philip Ramming? Because he was the one who gave us the national pledge. When we say the words, it's short but very meaningful. That also came from Dr. Philip Ramming. So these are prolific people who give us important things that deal with the Bahamas. There is one more piece of information that I'd like you to have. It's something that's near and dear to me. Did you know that the Honorable Anthony Roberts, who introduced our tricolor flag on the 2nd of April 1973 in the House of Assembly, he brought it to the Bahamian people and introduced. That same politician was sent to the Court of St. James in London as the Bahamas' first High Commissioner to the Court of St. James in London on independence. And his story doesn't stop there. When he retired from diplomacy, he became an Anglican priest and finished his life at St. Agnes Church on Blue Hill Road. I thought you should know that because I think it's a wonderful story. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.
Miss Bev's Tips for the Top was brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, Bahamas, AID, and Everybody Wins.